Hello, I'm Kevin, and welcome to Ziff's Law English, where we talk about English as it's pronounced in America in normal everyday life. As you probably know, one of the problems with understanding spoken English is that the language is often not pronounced the way that it's written. And one of the very common processes in American English is something called reduction. Reduction happens when a word is not spoken as distinctly as it could be. We're going to talk about a specific example of that today, and it is the American English word gonna. So the way this works is gonna is a spoken form of going to. And going to often is pronounced as gonna. And when that happens, or when it can happen, is when going to marks the future tense of a verb. For example, I could say he's going to come tomorrow, but I probably wouldn't. Most of the time, an American speaker is gonna say he's gonna come tomorrow. See that? I just did it. I said an American speaker is gonna say he's gonna come tomorrow. To give you another example of this happening in the future tense, here's a question. You could ask, is he going to come tomorrow? But you probably wouldn't. What you're going to say is he going to come tomorrow? Is he going to come tomorrow? Here's another example. I could say he's going to come tomorrow, but as an American, I probably wouldn't. That you'll hear that as he's gonna come tomorrow. He's gonna come tomorrow. You know, what you need to know about this is that this only happens when going to is marking the future tense of a verb. If it's describing a motion where someone is going, this does not happen. So, for example, there's only one way to say this. He's going to the store. That has to be he's going to the store. The reduction to gonna cannot happen there. So, if you were gonna say, when are you going to Denver? It's got to be, when are you going to Denver? It can't be gonna. The answer might be, I'm going to Denver next month. There's no reduction that can happen there. Now, think about this. Imagine if you're going to be talking about where someone is going in the future. Now you can have something like this. Consider the first sentence written as, he's going to go to Denver next month. Really common way to pronounce that would be, he's going to go to Denver next month. So for the future tense marker, going to, that gets reduced. He's going to go to Denver next month. But go to, no reduction there. Oh, I'll give you another form of that. Imagine he's going to be going to Denver next month. That could be reduced to he's gonna be going to Denver next month. So the future marker, he's gonna, gets reduced, but not be going to. That doesn't get reduced. He's gonna be going to Denver next month. Now, you should never write this. Don't write it in any kind of formal communication. If you do write it, it's spelled the way I've been spelling it here, Gonna. It's fine with your friends, but if in doubt, don't do it. Don't write it to your boss. Don't write it to your professor. Don't write it when you're writing to a potential employer. Now, there's another reduction that can happen here, and it only happens in the first person singular. That is, if you're talking about yourself. And in this case, the G goes away too. For example, consider this. I'm going to go to Denver next month. That would be the unreduced form. You could say, it's really hard to do in the first person. I'm gonna go to Denver next month. But how you would normally say that is like this. I'm gonna go to Denver next month. Watch my mouth. I'm gonna go to Denver next month. It's basically an M. I'm gonna go to Denver next month. I'll give you some other examples. The second sentence there, I'm going to have to go to work this weekend. That would probably come out as I'm gonna have to go to work this weekend. Watch my lips again. It's basically an M. I'm gonna have to go to work this weekend. Here's another one, the third sentence. I'm going to go have lunch. Do you want to come with? I'm gonna go have lunch. You wanna come with? We talked about wanna in a previous film. So, this is never written. You would write it as G-O-N-N-A, as we have in the previous examples. Now, don't talk like this. What sounds really natural coming from a native speaker can sound like a mistake when it's said by a non-native speaker. I run into this all the time speaking French. So you have to be able to understand this. If you can't understand people saying things like he's gonna or I'm gonna, you're gonna have a lot of trouble understanding spoken American English. But don't talk like this. I don't recommend it unless your English is already almost perfect. If you'd like to know more about this kind of thing, you can go to my website, zipfslaw.org. I write a lot about weirdnesses of American English and also a lot about French. Thanks for watching.